Hey guys, we're Evan and Katelyn, and today we're gonna try to take this normal wood and turn it into clear wood.
That's not clear wood, that's acrylic. It should look like this though.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Science adjacent with Evan and Katelyn.
Yeah.
So wood is primarily made of cellulose and it's bound together by the lignin, which gives the wood its color and blocks light. And so there have been a couple YouTubers who tried making transparent wood in the past, Nile Red and AVE, and what they did is remove the lignin altogether chemically. And so that did get rid of the color, but it left it not very structurally sound. And so the results were mixed.
Yeah. So some of you guys reached out to us on Twitter when a new paper came out where they didn't remove the lignin, they just chemically bleached it, which removed the chromophores, which are the particles responsible for granting color, which should leave the wood colorless.
Now, colorless doesn't mean clear necessarily. It should actually end up looking kind of white, but that's where the resin comes in. So we will infuse resin into the wood with the power of vacuums, and then it should look clear. So we got a bunch of lab grade chemicals and fancy vacuum equipment, and we'll just start with step one. Let's bleach some wood.
All right, so we are using 30% hydrogen peroxide, which isn't the stuff that is safe for skin contact. It's certainly not the stuff that you like treat your skin wounds with.
No, please don't put this on wounds.
When you're dealing with more intense chemicals, you definitely want to read the material safety data sheet and know what you're doing to a certain degree. So we're just going to be brushing this on. You'll notice that this wood is very thin, 1.5 millimeters.
It's the thinnest we could buy, but it's a little bit thicker than it is in the paper.
Honestly, there's a little video of theirs that I saw. It looked like paper.
It is kind of paper. Like, does it count as wood at that point? So speaking of the paper, one thing that they did before this step is brush on a trace amount of sodium hydroxide. And that is supposed to help with the efficacy of the hydrogen peroxide bleaching the wood.
It intensifies the reaction, but I mean, it off-gases fumes, it's an exothermic reaction.
We figured we would try this, even if it means we have to let it sit in the UV light a little bit longer. We don't really want to, it said it produces an exothermic mist, and that sounds bad.
That's if you mix too much. That's when things go wrong. If
Well,
if you're producing an exothermic mist, you're doing something wrong. So I have this fully soaked. Now I'm gonna blast it. You ready? Blast!
Okay.
Now this might take about an hour.
We'll check on it in an hour, yeah. Well, it's been an hour and a half actually.
And we have recoated it multiple times, and it's not really turning colorless, white, anything.
It doesn't look much different from the untreated one.
I'll say it's a little bit lighter.
It's a smidge lighter, but I think what this means is we're gonna have to use the scary chemicals.
We're gonna have to go use the scary chemicals. Let's relocate into a more ventilated area.
Is this overkill? I don't know.
There's no such thing as overkill when it comes to safety. Time for dangerous chemicals.
So this is the sodium hydroxide.
Yes, this is the dangerous stuff.
Okay.
And you look at the warnings on this.
Bad.
All right, so just a trace amount of this.
It says a trace amount, which I'm assuming means a thin coat.
Okay, that's one surface done.
Okay.
Set this dangerous chemical away from the next chemical.
Now the reaction's gonna start happening.
Yep, reaction started.
It started. Is it gonna smoke? I don't know.
All right.
We'll let it go for another hour.
Hopefully this works better. All right, Katelyn.
Yes.
I'm sad that you didn't notice my very important contribution. Look at them! Aren't they so cute?
Yeah, those are great. Okay.
Another thing that I noticed, it's so funny that we're wearing like actual legit science robes
Yes.
that are long sleeve and thick. They're actually useful today.
For safety, yeah.
For safety, I mean like,
You should probably put on full-length pants, but you know, we're safer than if we were in the Party City robes.
Yeah.
Are you ready to turn this off so we can actually see what this looks like?
Yeah, let's do it. I can't tell because my eyes are so changed. Oh, no.
Oh, it is lighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So to compare, this is the original.
Yep.
This was the hydrogen peroxide only. This is the sodium hydroxide and hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, I think that could be it. I don't know, that's pretty good. Another thing I want to do, let's see, how durable is this? After the bleaching process, is it gonna like break? It's looking pretty good so far.
It seems like similar durability because we just removed the color from the lignin. We didn't dissolve the lignin.
Yeah, the lignin's still there. It's just colorless.
So structurally, it's still good. That's great.
Yeah. I'll do one more round and I'll get more going.
Yeah, we'll get some spare pieces. Yeah, we might as well.
Let's just keep this train rolling.
Yeah, because we'll probably mess up later.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. You're gonna like the way your wood looks. It's the slogan.
It's the slogan.
You're gonna mess up your science experiment. I guarantee it.
Well, it's nighttime out now, and I know I'm wearing glasses, but that's to protect my eyes. But I think that these are all done, so let's take these off and bring them inside.
The comparison of the before and the after, it's a pretty big difference. Like, these look like we whitewashed them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what happened? Did I just go through puberty? So we're gonna soak these in a strong concentration of alcohol to get all of the icky chemicals out now. Are you ready?
Are you ready? This is flammable.
Yeah.
And we don't want it to be evaporating for too long with us in the room.
Yeah, well, I thought I was ready, and then right before we started filming, Evan was like, how confident are you at pouring? And I thought you were joking. But then you're like, no,
real.
Don't spill any. Because this is really strong and we don't want to be breathing it in for a long period of time. Like, we don't want a big mess of it in here. Okay, anyways.
Sorry, that whole time I was fully zoomed in on your face like this big.
How dare you!
Okay, but you're ready. Your pouring skills are top notch.
And if this is too strong, we'll put on our masks.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna let it kind of if it
dribbles.
Yeah,
look at that. Pro pouring skills. It smells like we're at a bar.
I don't smell it at all. Is something wrong with me? Oh, I smell it now. Yep, we're at a bar. And look at my husband's forethought. Little weights in tiny bags so that they don't get the stuff on them to weigh these down.
Oh, it works.
They fully submerged and poking the corners. We'll keep one spare just in case we ruin these.
Let's seal it up with this fully air sealed container.
Yes, so that it's not evaporating into our garage. Sealed.
All right,
okay.
We'll just let them soak in there for, I guess, overnight.
In the paper, it said that they soaked it for 5 hours, but our wood is thicker than theirs. And evidence of research, it doesn't seem like soaking it longer will harm the wood. So
yeah. Let's do overnight, and then let's see how things are in the morning.
So hopefully soaking it overnight removed all the bad chemicals, and now it's just alcohol in the wood. Now it's time to infuse the wood with resin using our vacuum chamber. Oh, I don't know why I thought you were going in for a taste. That scared me. How's it smell?
It's just for some reason, is it weird that it makes me nostalgic for the days when we went out drinking?
Maybe not a good sign that we associate that strong of a smell of alcohol with, back in the day.
Oh, back in the day. What if the alcohol being in the wood, preventing air from being in there, will actually help draw the resin in? Let's test it out. It also might work a lot better with it dried out. So we're gonna leave one to dry out, and we'll stick this fully alcohol-y one in with the resin and just see what happens.
Because it could work, and also we don't feel like waiting more.
Oh my gosh, that means that it's finally time for...
I wore my shirt.
Resin time, resin time. Do resin time.
Okay.
Let's load it up. Okay, so after all of the resin is poured, we're actually going to go ahead and put this in the vacuum chamber for a few different reasons. One, there are bubbles in the resin that we want to expand and remove. Two, the vacuum will help the alcohol evaporate fast, and it'll help suck the resin down into the wood. I also designed this very high quality and effective system to hold the wood down.
Because we don't want it to float. We're vacuuming cups of the extra resin just in case we need more to top it off later.
Yeah.
Okay, lowering the weight. Lastly, we're going to wrap it with plastic wrap because we got a new vacuum pump that is much more hardcore than our old pump. So the bubblage could be insane.
The bubblage could be insane. I'm hoping that it's insane, guys.
That would be great.
And,
It's a little tight. Hold on. That's fine, that's fine.
Hold it from the two ends instead of the sides.
Everything is sides.
Yeah, those two, the long ways, yeah.
It twisted it a little bit, but it'll level out.
Okay. Oh, that looks beautiful.
I hope it bubbles.
I can't see anything on here.
Oh, you were being,
Yeah, no, it looks horrible. The saran wrap, I can't...
Well, it is what it is. It's more important to not mess up our vacuum chamber than to get a good view.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to get, like, a semi-good view. Okay, I'm recording here.
I'm excited!
Fire up the super vacuum chamber!
Plug in the super vacuum chamber!
Fire up the super vacuum chamber!
Yeah!
Come on!
Come on, bubble!
It's bubbling! It's bubbling right there! Can you see it?
No, I can't see anything.
It's totally bubbling. You see that?
No!
Oh, it's spilled over the edge. It's all over the place. Oh my gosh, look at all those bubbles!
Oh!
There's tons of bubbles! They're all over the place!
Oh, I do see them! Oh!
Juicy! We did it. We finally bubbled resin.
We finally bubbled resin.
Now, if we can make wood clear, maybe we can make other things clear too.
What are you doing?
Science.
You know, if you want to experiment with food and break out of your recipe rut, why not try today's sponsor, HelloFresh? America's #1 meal kit.
HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit and is guaranteed to taste better than wet bread.
Plus, their pre-portioned ingredients mean less prep work and less wasted food.
You might hypothesize that such tasty meals would take a long time, but most can be made in just 30 minutes, and there are even 10 to 20 minute meals.
And they're flexible too. You can add meals, add extras like garlic bread, skip a week, or change delivery dates.
Plus, you can feel good about buying from HelloFresh because they've donated over 4 million meals in 2020 and are continuing to step up food donations amid the current crisis.
It's scientifically proven that if you go to HelloFresh.com and use our code EvanandKatelyn12, you'll get 12 free meals including free shipping. And you can't argue with science.
I feel like I maybe need to adjust the weights because the weights aren't holding it down anymore. The weights got shifted off.
Oh, yeah.
It's not weighing it down. Okay, let's do that real quick.
Okay.
I don't think we need the wrap around the top.
Okay.
It wasn't explosively bubbling, right?
Well, we'll see if there's any resin on the inside of it.
Okay.
That'll take time to remove it, though.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Okay. So we're gonna have to fix that.
Something's kicking.
Is it smoky?
The vacuum like accelerated the kicking? What the heck? That's warm. One of those is cooking. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, it's hard! Oh, no. Oh, that's bad.
That like kicked really fast.
Weird.
Leaking. Oh, wow.
It melted through the cup.
Why did it accelerate?
Yeah, why did it accelerate the curing? It's not that thick. And this is slow cure.
Okay, let's carefully put this back in there again.
Okay, we have time for another vacuum.
One more and then straight into the pot.
Yep.
Oh, look at how fast that's going.
Oh, it's really going. Whoa! It's foam! That's like boiling water. Look at it. Okay, 2 minutes.
Oh gosh, it's still bubbling so much. Maybe all that alcohol in there wasn't the best idea.
If the alcohol soaked wood didn't work, we'll have a dry one to test next.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Okay, does this fit here? Kind of. Does that fit?
I feel like that's gonna hit the weight.
Oh poop. I didn't fully think this through. Will this fit down in here? No.
What if we put the mold on a bigger piece of wood?
And just lower that wood in?
Yeah.
Oh geez, it's so wibble wobble. This was a fun first learning lesson.
It is. What it is. Yeah.
Maybe we need an even slower curing resin? Alright, I'm gonna make my own homemade sound dampener.
Okay.
It's a paper towel. It didn't work great. It worked okay for a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. I'm so curious to see what this looks like.
I should just buy a sound dampener.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no. I was so excited for a little bit just because I saw this
Yeah.
and I was like, it's clear.
It doesn't look super clear under there.
Doesn't look clear in any way.
It just looks like a shiny version of the white wood. It's literally just the wood encased in resin. Did it get in at all?
Hello?
Hello? It's just like, it's literally this.
It's more yellow.
It's more yellow. I guess because the resin has a slight tint. And the bleaching works so well that I don't think it's the bleaching step. I think it's something in the resin step. Because we bleached it.
Hello?
Do you think it's because our wood is twice as thick as theirs and maybe theirs being thinner, it just like is more sheer? Like it lets more light through?
Maybe the alcohol
Prevented the resin.
Prevented it. Maybe if we do it
the
again.
one with the fully evaporated alcohol?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, maybe.
We can try it as a next step because I mean this is
failure.
Yeah, failure. But hey, now we have a great coaster.
All right, so next up is the bleached wood with all of the alcohol evaporated. Check this out. An actual muffler.
What?
Not a piece of paper. Let's see if it works.
Not at all. We spent money on that?
Ready?
Okay, yeah. So this is our alcohol evaporated wood soaked in resin.
I'm not fully hopeful.
I'm not either, because I kind of feel like when the resin was soaking in, would it start turning clear then?
It didn't look clear at all.
It didn't look any different from the first one?
No. And nothing.
Nope. Not clear at all, just white. Well, at least we have another data point.
Looking between test 1 and test 2, the resin itself is a lot more clear since we let the alcohol evaporate out. So I think we're gonna go with this method for all of them.
Maybe we should rethink the bleaching process.
Yeah, I think let's just use more of both chemicals. Let's use more sodium hydroxide and just soak the whole thing in
hydrogen peroxide?
Hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Like, let's take that to an extreme.
Yeah. Who's gonna pour it?
Yeah.
Just gonna do one side at a time.
Okay.
There's all these dead things in here.
There's dead things? Ah!
Ah!
They were attracted to the light and they met their demise.
Guys, this is toxic. Those are his legs.
Ew. That's disgusting.
All right, let's flip it.
Whoa, it's like bleaching it as we speak.
This stuff. Oh, that stuff's good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
All right, back you go. Scientist. So this was the original brushed on. This is the intense soaked one. Let's try resining it and seeing what happens. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, that mean thing to do?
Mean! So rude, sir.
No.
I mean, I still think it might be slightly more translucent up against light.
I mean, yeah.
It is more transparent. Yeah.
More transparent.
Yeah, it's more bleached and more transparent.
Yeah.
So we're on the right
You can almost
path.
see the colors. I think that like we're just not letting the resin fully integrate into the wood.
We've never let it run out of bubbles
Yeah.
before the vacuum's done because the resin is curing.
Yeah. So instead, we're gonna go to epoxy that's meant for very thick pores, so it has a much slower reaction time.
We'll just leave it in the vacuum chamber as long as we
like
can.
an hour and a half is what I hope for. I don't know if that's possible. Let's see. Blurb, 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 blurb. Oh, sorry, you're not ready.
Okay, did the thick set resin make a difference?
Any difference?
It was in the vacuum chamber for so much longer. Your enthusiasm tells me everything I need to know. Yeah, through the plastic wrap, it just kind of looks the same as it did before the resin. Just like every other attempt.
This is like, I'm worried, Katelyn.
The cup is stuck to it. Don't worry, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll cut it off. Seems better to.
It's no better anyways.
Yeah.
Is there like...
Is it any better?
Is it any better?
You know, I feel like the cup behind it is more visible. Is it? I don't know. Logically, I think the slow cure does make sense because we can leave it in the vacuum chamber for so much longer.
Yeah.
But like, we're still missing something.
This, we have not had a success. Like, honestly, guys, we are running out of time for this video because we like to put videos out at least every 2 weeks. So we have one last shot at this. Let's take everything to as extreme as we can.
Yeah, because this is our final chance. So to take everything to an extreme, we're going to sand the wood even thinner. We'll aim for 0.8 millimeters.
Also, to make sure that everything is going all the way through the wood, let's go ahead and put the wood and the hydrogen peroxide in the vacuum chamber and let the hydrogen peroxide fully integrate into the wood before we bleach it. And then let's also put the wood into the vacuum chamber again with alcohol to boil it again and make sure that the alcohol is fully penetrating inside of the wood and cleaning it all out.
I think it's as extreme as we can take all of the steps with our current materials and equipment.
I have no more ideas. I have no more tricks. This is it.
This is it. Are you feeling ready for science? It's science time.
I'm out! Okay, so it's really late. I was just gonna go dry the alcohol-soaked wood overnight so that we can resin it tomorrow morning. And I looked at it, and this is something like big enough I need to go get Katelyn. She's already in her PJs too. I just need to show Katelyn this. This is what we've been waiting for this entire time. I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, so this is a good news type of situation.
Not good news, bad news?
No, this is just, I don't know. I think this is just a good news type of situation. Take the wood out of the plastic bag. Sorry to expose your buns like this.
I'm so curious. I'm so curious.
Oh no, I'm exposing us.
I'm gonna treat it very delicately.
Very delicately.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. When it's up against my fingertip, you can.
Here.
Huh?
Look over at me. I want to get your reaction face. Isn't that insane though?
That's insane. Look, you can see the detail of the folds in my glove when it's up against it.
This is what we've been waiting for
my
the entire
gosh.
time. I think for sure it's the boiling. The boiling of the alcohol removed all of the color granting properties that the chemicals that the lignin had. Editor Katelyn, please insert the correct word here.
Chromophores.
We were bleaching them, but I think they were still in there.
Blocking light.
Blocking light.
Like a couple of jerks.
Like a couple of jerks. We were doing the process, but then we weren't removing them from the wood or something.
Something.
We just weren't cleaning it properly.
And it is also thinner now, so it's probably easier to do it.
This looks like frosted glass.
It does. It
This
does
looks
look like frosted glass.
already, but yet it's still there. It's still
Oh, don't
bends.
bend it. Ah! That makes me nervous. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to try not to get my hopes up too much.
My hopes are up there. This is it. This is it because this is the only one we have time for.
Well, what we have to do now is we have to dry it overnight, and then we can infuse it with resin, and then we'll know for sure. I know. I know.
Look what happened to our beautiful little boy.
Oh no. He's under here?
Mm-hmm.
He shrunk. He turned into paper. Oh.
And he got all wrinkly.
He got real wrinkly.
And he's still wet. Hello?
Hello? So,
Like, still wet in the center, and everywhere where it's dried, it's like really warped.
really warped.
Really warped. Looks like a tissue paper. It looks like a used tissue paper, doesn't it?
Oh, don't talk about him that way. I mean, hope is not lost yet. We did do some research this morning before looking at this, and we have a safety net set up. We looked through the paper and we saw that one thing they used that we kind of disregarded in the beginning was this chemical called toluene, and in the paper it looked like they used it to rinse out the alcohol because it evaporates faster than alcohol. So it seemed just like a quicker way of drying it.
Yeah. Now you'll notice that this doesn't say toluene.
Xylene.
It's very similar to toluene, and we couldn't find toluene anywhere locally, so this is what we got.
But what we realized when we got it is this also says thins epoxies and enamels. So maybe the purpose is not only to speed up the drying process before the epoxy, maybe it actually helps thin out the epoxy as it is being infused, and that makes it like...
Thins epoxies!
Yeah, like maybe that helps it soak in the vacuum chamber. Like there's a double purpose.
I just realized that right now.
I thought that's why we were gonna point it out, because it thins epoxies.
Oh. Yeah, you're true.
Anyway, so this is
Our parachute one.
Yeah, this is parachute 1. Parachute safety net 2 is because we were worried about something like this maybe happening. We also got a 1.5 millimeter piece prepared in the same way that we did this one with the boiling hydrogen peroxide, then the boiling alcohol, and now we can look at it because it should be ready to look at.
If you guys can't tell, we're feeling like a little bit under the pressure.
I feel like I'm like, am I yelling?
I think you were yelling just a little bit.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of time pressure.
There's
and
a lot of time pressure. I'm getting hot now.
There's so much to keep track of in our head.
There's so much.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, everyone, if I was yelling at you. I'm sorry if I was yelling at you.
I understand it. I'm there with you.
I think maybe I'm yelling at the wood. I don't
You mean
know.
the snot stain? Look at the snot stain on here. Yeah, it's just been so many highs and lows. And mainly
Mostly
lows.
lows.
A high last night
Yeah.
where we thought that we had it.
Look at
And then
it.
to like wake up and it's this snot stain. I'm very, very upset.
Well, let's check out the 1.5 millimeter,
It could be
and then maybe we'll put them both in the xylene,
Yeah.
and magic will happen.
I
you
mean,
know.
I'm gonna get it right now. Here it is. Will this be as transparent and wonderful as its little thin brother was?
I'm hopeful. I have hope. It has
Clear properties?
clearishness. I mean, it's not as see-through as the other one.
Hold it up to that and see if you can see through it.
I can read it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's hope, I think. It's obviously not as see-through because it's thicker, but like,
I mean, let's treat both with the xylene
let's treat both with the xylene.
and see which one we like more after.
Yeah.
Yeah, and choose that as our final last hope candidate.
I like breathed in deeply to make an expression, and it's so alcohol-y. It's so alcohol-y. That was a mistake.
I can't make this work any better than it is.
What is
Is
that?
it gonna melt through this container? Oh, that's not good.
I thought this was just like a thinner. Should we be outside?
Let's drop him in real quick. Oh, geez. Oh, Snotty. Oh, flatten. Oh, Katelyn, I think Snotty's dead.
Come on, Snotty.
I don't have high hopes, baby.
My hopes are up there. This is it. This is it. I have good feelings.
I know. Should we get this drying and see if this dries properly?
Yeah, we can at least start that one drying.
Yeah, let's try this one drying.
It's like a...
Is it dissolving my gloves?
They do seem a little more see-through. Maybe take those off? I didn't say take them off.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look. Where's those thick gloves?
We should put on safety glasses.
Yeah. What do we do with this? How do I flatten it?
Okay, we're gonna call it on Snotty. It's been several minutes. He's just not coming back to life, and we're worried about keeping the xylene in this plastic container because apparently you're not supposed to use it in plastic. We should have read the safety instructions all the way.
Yeah, I think Snotty's dead.
Snotty's dead.
Long live our final hope.
Long live 1.5 millimeter.
All right, xylene has dried.
I mean, the 1.5 millimeter looks great.
Looks
I feel like he needs a name. Should we give him a name? We give Snotty a name.
Yeah. Clarence, because it's clear.
Clarence.
Clear?
Clarence.
I believe in you, Clarence.
I believe in you, Clarence. Maybe this is the thing that makes the difference. Giving him a name.
Yes.
Giving him a soul, even. We'll make him the winner.
What if he doesn't work and we have to like toss Clarence?
Let's not think about that.
All right, well, time to embed Clarence in resin.
Yes. It's the final transfer.
It's so level.
Clarence, let's lock him in.
Sleep tight, Terrence.
Clarence. Rude.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight, Clarence.
How dare you forget the name of our child?
I'm gonna put him under 40 PSI of sleep tight. Sleep so tight.
Sleep tight.
I'm so excited.
I think, am I more nervous than you? I don't know.
Okay, let's not look.
Until we put it on our test text?
I don't want false hope or fear.
Okay. So we're just gonna demold it blindly.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
Blindly?
No.
Oh, look! You just looked!
Just a slight glance. Just a slight glance. Ready?
Yes.
Hey!
Clear-ish!
That's
You
the
know?
most clear we've ever gotten.
That's the most clear we've ever gotten.
I can read it.
I can read it when you move it around. You know, there's definitely parts of that are clear.
There are definitely parts of this that are clear. How much progress we have made, though? Let's do this.
Okay.
Number
Attempt
one.
1, 0 visibility.
Attempt 2.
0 visibility.
Attempt 3.
0 visibility.
Attempt 4.
Covered in weights, but also 0 visibility. I consider this at least a partial win.
I consider this a partial win. I think this is a great place to end things. I feel so happy about how much we've learned and how much we've progressed.
Me too.
Can you push this further?
Probably.
100%.
With enough chemicals, time, and resin.
This is a good proof of concept. We're just two people with a garage and some chemicals. And yet we have made
Clearish.
wood that is clear.
Clearish wood.
I feel like I want to put back on my science robes now. Towards the end of this video, I felt kind of like an imposter wearing it. But now I feel like I can wear it with pride once again. Congratulations, scientists.
Thank you, scientist.
Yes.
I guess we should go into an outro now, huh?
Yeah, let's keep on shaking until we think of one.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this adventure. Also, a special shout out to our Patreon supporters because their support allows us to post our videos at a every other week schedule when we need to. And for a project like this, we could not have done it in a week.
No, especially because we have some thing very exciting to announce. We are looking for a new house. We have severely outgrown our very first house that we've ever owned. It has been great to us. We love it, but we need to look for a new house now, and it has been taking up a lot of time. We'll have a whole podcast about it soon. Evan and Katelyn podcast on YouTube and all the other places you get podcasts. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the next thing. Bye.
Bye.
Boop.
How should I prank him, you guys? I could turn on cat cam and put something in cat cam. We'll see if he notices. Ooh, okay. It's the stand-in supervisor. It's her stunt double.
Ruby, we are black.
You noticed immediately.
Oh my God, it's a fake. It's fake.
Oh, you didn't realize when you walked by that it was the fake one?
I didn't realize.